the man shouldn't be controlled by the woman, because personally, if I'm controlling the man and I'm telling him what to do all the time, I'm gonna feel like he's a puppy and I'm like dominant.
Yeah,
like I'm like gonna
right.
be
He's
like,
your puppet.
"Oh,
He's your
hug."
puppet.
Yeah, he's like my puppet.
Yeah.
I can control him. Oh, go get me
Oh,
this.
good boy.
And go get me
Yeah.
that.
Oh, good boy.
What is that? I
Shout out to
Yeah,
Coach Gray
like-
Adams,
Call it
guys.
CGA.
don't want that.
Right.
Like I want a man that's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna do it because it's not fair to me. Okay, I understand. I respect your opinion. I respect how you're, talking to me, saying it straight up. But if I have a man saying, "Oh yeah, I'll do anything for you, and I'm gonna go down on your knees, and I'm gonna give you this, and I'm gonna give you that," no, what is that? You're giving me everything that I
I have a
want.
question for the ladies, because there's been seems to be like a universal fear of a controlling man around the table. So I would say this: if you were with a guy and things are getting hot and heavy, he's thinking about making you his main girl, and he walked up to you and said, you said, "Hey, where do we stand?" Because you want to figure it out. You've been dating for 6 months. What the hell are we? I'm not going to just keep fucking you and not get a title, right? I want something. And he says, "Well, what do you want?" She's like, "Well, what are we?" And he's like, "Well, you want to make it something serious? Give me your phone. You need to delete your Instagram, or I need to manage it, whatever it is." Or he says, "I don't want you having girls' night," or, "Hey, I don't date girls that go out on girls' nights out," whatever. Would you consider that controlling, or?
I feel like
Merch.
to a certain extent it is controlling. When you tell someone that they cannot do something, that's controlling.
Okay.
If they feel like they need that girls' night out, I mean, God forbid, like they really want a girls' night out, they want to hang out with their homegirls.
Okay.
But
They're
when
single
you tell
homegirls.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, single or not, some of them are taken, some of them are not.
Okay.
But
Well, what if he said, "I
overall,
don't want you hanging out with your single girlfriends"?
when he tells me that I
Bullshit.
cannot
Okay.
hang out with my single girlfriends, that makes me question where he stands.
Oh,
Then
okay.
why are you allowed to hang out with your single male friends?
Mm.
Why are you judging me based off me hanging out with my single female friends? You know what I mean? So that's kind of different.
Here you got
that's
talking to
kind of
Mike.
it's kind of different. It's kind of weird. You can't tell someone that you can't. Overall, although you feel like that's what you want them to do,
Okay.
you don't want them to do that.
Okay.
You can't tell them that they can't. You got to make sure that you express your not emotions.
Let me-
because you don't want to really express it like, oh, you
Let me
can't
make
go.
this very
but-
clear.
okay, go crazy.
If you want to be with me, you
Mhm.
can't do this.
Then I feel like it depends, obviously, on the
Okay,
restrictions.
so let's just go around the table real
Okay.
quick. We need a very, please make him a little more
Of course.
concise. So that's a no for you. That's controlling, I guess. You would define that as controlling.
Controlling when it says going out, but other than that, other indications, desires of
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Men
Controlling.
that be so controlling, they be so insecure and they don't want a
Insecure.
woman, they want
Yeah.
a child.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, I could deal with a controlling man, but at a certain point, you just get tired of it because you like, damn, you want to keep me like a dog in a cage. You don't want me to do nothing.
Okay. Cat, no.
No, controlling men create girls that are rebellious.
Okay.
Yeah,
No?
that's a fair point. But yeah, no, I find that very controlling. You're going to tell me what to do. Like, there's boundaries that we should be setting. You can't, and that's totally, I feel like, unfair. I don't even think
It's
that's
unfair.
that's not a legitimate thing to tell somebody.
Why is it not unfair?
Why is it not unfair?
Yeah.
Why is it unfair?
Like, if you're telling me that I need to delete my Instagram, then in my head, I'm like, okay, is there trust issues or something that like we're going through, like that I don't know about? Like, what's your story?
Or
Why
no
are
sexy
you?
pictures on Instagram.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair. That is fair.
But I think that you guys need to discuss that. Like, okay, like either you know what you're walking into in the relationship, like this is my profile and you take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Like there's
All right. So you
Yeah.
think it's controlling as well?
yeah.
Yes. Because how you found me is how you should keep me in a way. I feel like, you trying to like alter the way I do things and the way I post, and I'm not for you, honestly, because I've been there and I've done that, and I feel like it's so draining. You end up not being happy because this person's just trying to like turn you into a whole different person than when you met them. So
Okay.
I agree and I disagree, because definitely if my boyfriend, whoever I was in a relationship with, was like, "Oh, delete your Instagram," I'm definitely saying no, I'm not deleting my Instagram. But going out with your single friends, I can understand, because they're gonna be doing single stuff. The girls are gonna be doing single things. They're gonna be wanting to go see guys. They're gonna be seeing attractive guys. They're gonna be wanting to go out to nightclubs. So on that part, I kind of understand.
So and the reason why I don't go around the table is because there seems to be this general consensus that a man is controlling for having boundaries. And what I'm going to say is the man isn't controlling, he's in control. Why should a man have to commit to a woman that wants to keep her options open? Because whether you ladies accept it or not, the real truth is this. When you have an Instagram, when you're still having girls' nights out, when you're still going out and doing all these things, you're still pretty much having a for sale sign on your neck when you've been purchased. And what did I tell you guys before? Whether women want to accept it or not, guys look at taking a woman seriously as buying the car. Okay? You're buying the car now. You're seriously invested. So why the hell am I going to pay full price for something that other people have gotten for free? I'm going to protect you from yourself. And the other thing too, I mentioned it earlier, you mentioned it with city girls and all this other stuff. American society, Western society in general, teaches women how to be horrible wives and more importantly, horrible mothers. We tell women, you're sexually liberated, you could do this, you could do that, you could show your asshole on OnlyFans, whatever it is with no consequence. But you know who suffers the consequences? I do. You know who else suffers the consequences? Our kids. When he's on the schoolyard, oh my God, dude, I saw your mom's asshole on OnlyFans. She had two guys. So the thing is this, man, like we rarely tell women that there's long-term consequences to bad decisions they made when they were young, okay? And my thing is this. I'm speaking for the men when I say, we're not going to wife up a hoe. So if you have hoe tendencies and you do things that elicit promiscuous activity or even might have the connotation of promiscuous activity, it's a serious problem for men because we have to invest quite a bit to take you seriously. And on top of that, something like marriage, etc., it doesn't really benefit men. It benefits women. Okay? You guys get the security and the provisioning. You want the relationship. Well, you're going to come into the relationship with certain rules and boundaries in place. That's going to protect my integrity. More importantly, it's going to protect your integrity. It's going to preserve your value, right? Because we teach women how to not preserve their value and tell them, as a matter of fact, they should just give their value away for free. And it's going to benefit us all. And more importantly, the kids, because I don't want my kids walking around with people knowing about his mom. Because I always say this, women want a man with a future. Men want a woman that doesn't have a past. It is what it is. So if a man has these boundaries, it's not insecure or small dick energy or misogynistic or any of these other shaming languages that we use to attack men for their preferences. It's being intelligent and not being stupid and wifing up a girl that is not going to be conducive to a long-term relationship. There are studies out there that show the more promiscuous a woman is, the more likely that you're going to get divorced and get destroyed in divorce court, lose your kids, whatever. So why should a man take a woman seriously that wants to continue doing certain activities that aren't conducive to the relationship? I think that's a pragmatic and intelligent guy. But if you say this, it's considered misogynistic.
I was going to say, if it's within reason, you know, you're telling someone, okay, like if we had a very revealing Instagram page and you're telling me to delete it, that's understandable because you're protecting yourself, you know? So
men love the hoes though.
But
men love the hoes though.
Yo,
yeah.
But hold on.
It really depends on
But my thing is though, right? If you love the man so much and he says, hey, you know what? I want to be with you. But
Instagram is just an example.
Yeah.
But
here's my requirements. I've already met your requirements. Here's my requirements. Why is that so hard to like deal with? If you really love the man.
No, it's
but you all said no. You all said hell no. It's controlling.
Well, I was going off of like the Instagram and stuff like.
But even that being said, if it's the right guy taking care of you, can give you kids and a family and a nice lifestyle, why would you say no?
We all have requirements. I mean, I'm not saying no to that.
The difference is that men's requirements aren't respected.
Yeah,
that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, we can have standards.
Women can when women have standards, 6 feet tall, making a certain amount of money. I want him to be attractive, confident, whatever. No one bats an eye. It's considered preferences. If I say I don't want a woman that's fat, obnoxious, masculine, or a hoe, people are going to shame me and say,
how dare you?
You're a misogynist. That's the difference, ladies. That's the real talk difference.
How dare you?
Female standards are considered preferences. Male standards are considered discrimination.
I agree with you.
And that is why people love this show, because I say what men wish they can say, but if you talk like this, you get canceled. We've been banned off TikTok 6 times. I get death threats from feminists every single day. It is what it is. If I got to tell the truth, I'll do it for guys, because no guy wants to feel slighted and pay full price for something that's been used, man. And that's what marriage is. That's what a serious relationship is. That's how men quantify relationships in their head.